It was my first night without internet, and did I find it boring? At first I did. And then I have all these books, these magazines, so I was reading magazines like crazy. Also, the audiobook that I got from the library, I didn't think I'd like it, but the story that I listened to on this audiobook reminded me of a situation that took place in my life with my an aspect of my childhood was actually kind of spelled out in this book and this audiobook, and I cried the whole time. I cried the whole time. And it was a good release. It was a really good release. Now, sometimes when things take place in your life, you're not able to let go of those feelings because you aren't given the opportunity to deal with what has taken place. You're just kind of shut down, right? And whether that be in life in general because you're having to work and support a family, or whether there be a disconnect from a familial source or support group in your life, sometimes you're just shut down and you can't deal with the feelings of perhaps abandonment, if you have issues of abandonment, or, not feeling like you belong or not feeling like you're important, okay? So this audiobook, this was a tearjerker. It was interesting. It was kind of hitting on a lot of the subjects in my life that kind of sparked a little bit of emotion, whether it be anger, whether it be sadness, whether it be happiness, whether it be relief, okay? So all those things were in this audiobook, and I absolutely loved it. And once it's like when you have a book and it's a really good book and you just can't put it down. Well, I couldn't turn it off. If I had to go to the bathroom, I would put it on pause. And with my CD player, if you put it on pause, it kicks right back to the first. So if I had to do anything, I was always having to go back in the video to find, or the CD, to find where I was. But I did it because I absolutely loved this story. Now, this was read by Helene Maxud, and she had the most amazing voice for telling a story on an audio. It was just, I loved it, absolutely loved it. She reminded me of, there is a YouTube channel that I watch, Roots and Refuge, and the lady that does them, I subscribe to her, what they call podcasts, and the lady that does the podcast has the same the very same type of tone that Helene has, okay? And so it was very, very, very heartwarming, very heartrending, very I couldn't stop listening. So I listened to it, and basically I had nothing else to listen to because I only I only got one audiobook from the library. So what I'm thinking is, what I need to do is I need to perhaps next time get a few more than one, because Jessica and Helene both have this kind of magnetic voice, and it just drew me right in. Absolutely drew me right in. I am a lover of audiobooks now. So, and I am writing the book, and I am on chapter 2, and I'm doing it just to kind of say that I did, to one of my things off my bucket list. And I was thinking, it would be kind of neat to have my story on audio. And I don't need to make money on it because it's just on my bucket list. So I was thinking what I could do is once I'm finished the book, I could do it on audio just like this. And this came in different discs, right? So there was, how many discs? 5 discs. And I think it was, let me think, 15 or 16 chapters. I don't know, my face looks like I got pink on it. Anyway, I loved it, absolutely loved it. So that was my first night on not having internet. I was able to use my phone with my data, and I'm not even sure how that works, but it worked. So I was able to check an email. I am having an issue with the internet. I'm having an issue with trying to disconnect it. They are insistent on certain things. They're insistent on knowing a password. Well, I had a stroke. I have a bit of a problem with my memory sometimes. Not all the time, but when I'm tired, I do have a bit of a problem. So I had to dig back in my emails to get my account number in order to have my internet disconnected, because I am not, and I mean it. I am not staying with the company that I'm at, or that I was with. I'm not staying with them. I am not paying $160 for internet. I think it's highway robbery. I don't even watch, I don't even have any TV channels that I actually watch, okay? And as for the internet, this is it. I don't, I watch a few channels and that's it. Not a big deal. However, it all worked out for me yesterday. I was able to get some books. I was able to get some audiobooks, which of course I love. And it got me out and about. It got me socializing. I was finding that there's a lot of times where I'm kind of like sequestering myself. I'm kind of like not wanting to have an interaction. So I'm having to kind of like force myself to get out and about, because I'm not going to become like a mushroom. It's not going to happen. Not going to happen. Not in this lifetime. No way. Not. So I was finding that, like, I kind of get, what's the word? Not lazy, but mentally exhausted from seeing the crap that I see in this world. I was at the grocery store the other day. And, my last couple of dollars and going over to buy a loaf of bread from the dollar store, which is by the grocery store. And I had some young fella, well, not young, he would be in his maybe late 30s, early 40s, unkempt, unshaven, looked like he was under the influence of something. And he approached me and wanted me to buy a necklace, and it was quite obvious the necklace was stolen because it was a girl's necklace, not his. And he was like, hey, you want to buy a necklace? And I just couldn't be bothered. I am so sick of seeing it. I'm so sick of hearing it. I'm so sick of living in this type of environment where there's no respect for what's yours and what's mine. There's no respect for that anymore. So you know what? I'm going to minimize so much that there's no point in anybody robbing me because I don't have shit. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't believe it. And he was persistent. I had to literally put the kid in his place and say, like, look I don't have any money anyway. Even if I did, I wouldn't buy that necklace. Simple as that. And I walked away. Well, he didn't look too happy about it, right? But like, I don't care. I'm so tired of it. And not only that, so I have a neighbor who I think works late hours, and they are so loud. 10:30 at night. There is a kid jumping up and down, running up and down the hallway, shouting at the top of his lungs. They turned the music on full blast, possibly to calm him down. It didn't work. It got him a little bit more hyper, got the child, whatever gender they are. And it was just constant till like 12 o'clock at night. I'm 64 years old. Yeah. And I normally sleep like a baby right through the night. Ever since I have had... what's the word? I have had the privilege, of having these individuals as neighbors. I haven't had a good night's sleep since. I've had a broken sleep. Now, last night was the worst. Usually I'm able to take the ashwagandha and to deal with it, but last night was just horrendous. The jumping, the banging. It sounded like they were putting together furniture at like 11 o'clock at night. And the banging and the running and the up and down the hallways. And, the truth is, I'm not the only one that complains about this. I understand. But there comes a time when you have to have respect for your neighbor, okay? You have to have respect for someone who is going through the same situation that you are. Have respect for them. Respect their privacy. Respect their ability to enjoy their time in their home. So I watch a lot of meditative channels, which is the only thing I'm going to miss about the internet. So my sleep has been interrupted for the past couple of days because of someone not respecting my personal space and my ability to enjoy my quiet time at home. So they don't appreciate that there needs to be that mutual respect. And so it's been reported, it's been, a lot of avenues have been taken to try to limit what is, what we as neighbors are putting up with from this one specific individual. That might be the one negative to not having the internet. But I don't need it. I don't need the net. I don't need the net for anything really, because I can go where I need to go to get the things that if I need to check my emails, I can go to the library. I can go to my friend's house. So at this point, while I'm doing this, they're up. Okay, they're up. And they're above me. And so it's the jumping and the banging. It's a constant here. It's a constant here. And I don't know, you can see the sleep has been kind of shaky lately, right? So that's the one negative I have, because I usually was able to put on that meditative channel and turn it just at normal volume so that I could get a sense of calmness. This volcanic, energetic, banging and jumping, disrespectful type of behavior is just over the top. Okay, over the top. This was amazing. I am going to do it again. I'm going to grab a couple more, and I'd like to get, it's called Richard Paul Evans. I would like to get a couple more of his audiobooks because they are amazing, really, truthfully. And as for the internet, I don't need it, and I don't care. So I shall see you in the next video. The good Lord be willing.